Hey, what's going on, guys? Alan here at Landshark. I wanted to share with you another trade video that I had from last week or a couple weeks ago. First and foremost, the disclaimer. Please have a read at this before we continue. All right, let's do it. In this trade review, we're going to look at Ralph Lauren, just ticker symbol RL. All right, let's get the analysis going. As always, a blank chart to show you guys how I find my levels and what levels pique my interest. So that my first level of interest was this level here. I was looking for a bounce out of this zone to take it to the next level. Let's just zoom out a little bit here so we can see the chart a little bit better. As you can see, it's been bouncing around, and this was my first level of interest. As soon as it got out of this zone, I know I wanted to become a buyer. Next question is, where do I want to take it? And I always do this prior to me doing any sort of trade. I find where I want to become a buyer or a seller, and find where I want to take it. I'm a market opportunist. I'm not always looking for the long. It just so happens that my last couple trades were longs. So this is RL. I'll show you guys exactly where I entered my position. Here we go, broken down a little bit. Let's zoom in just so I can show you guys exactly where I entered. My entry point was here. It's going to be marked by this oval. Was taken on Wednesday or Thursday, I believe it was, when it left the zone here. As I was saying, as soon as it left the zone, I wanted to become a buyer. But as you can see here, it rallied and then it tested the zone again. You can see how well these candles react to our levels. This is the thing. This is what we teach in our methodology. You can check us out at landsharkeducation.com. Have a browse there. You can contact me through there as well if you have any questions. Okay, let's just continue on with this trade review here before I ramble on. So it left that level and then it retested here. The following day, I believe there was news that caused it to rally here. It would have been awesome had it continued up here at 105, but when the market opened, it opened back down here at about 118 or so. So unfortunately, I was unable to cash in on this big move. What it did though was as throughout the day it started to creep up here, and the day closed here, and I wasn't quite happy with how much I was up at that time, so I waited another day. Lo and behold, the next day there was news. I believe it was Goldman Sachs, and they had uh, Ralph Lauren in their buy radar, which caused it to gap up here. Now, I don't trade off of news. Actually, I don't trade off of news at all. All of my trades are based on technical analysis. And again, this is something that we teach at Landshark Education. If this is something you're open to learning, please get in touch with us. You can look us up on landsharkeducation.com, or you can message me here on YouTube directly, and I will put you in touch with the educate or the instructors. Let's just continue on here. So again, it opened up down here and it started to creep up. The next day, actually, as I was saying, Goldman Sachs, they had this in their buy zone or in their buy book, so it caused it to gap up. This is actually where I took profits. As you can see here, it was probably the best spot to take profits because after that it just started to go down, go down, go down. Now that would have eaten up my profits, so I feel like that was the best place to take it there. Today we had a pretty bearish day, which caused it to run down a little bit here. Anyways, that was my trade on Ralph Lauren. Also, what I wanted to add was, again, trading shares with this would have been costly. I would have had to put up a lot of capital. This is why, again, I don't like trading shares. Options, I'm a huge fan of. It's a leverage product. I believe the move from here to this oval, I was able to get 100% return on my investment. Uh, yeah, it was so depending on how much you put up. If you put up $1,000, you would have had $1,000 gain. If you put up $500, you would have had a $500 gain. Um, Again, that's just a quick review on my trade with Ralph Lauren. Again, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. If you found some value in this or want to talk about it, contact me. Happy to answer some questions. You can message me on here or at Landshark Education. I will talk to you guys soon.